What if the wealthiest person you've ever met looked completely ordinary? No luxury car, no designer watch, no vacation photos flooding their social feed. Just a quiet, calm person who never, not once, worries about money. Here's the uncomfortable truth that personal finance culture rarely admits. Nearly 70% of lottery winners go broke within 5 years. Meanwhile, the average millionaire drives a used car, shops at discount stores, and hasn't bought a new couch in a decade. The richest people in any room are almost always the ones you'd never suspect. So today, we're not talking about how to look rich. We're talking about how to actually be rich. Because those two roads don't just diverge. One leads somewhere extraordinary, the other leads you back to zero with a great Instagram feed on the way down. Stay until point 7. It will permanently change how you see every purchase you make for the rest of your life. 1. Master the art of quiet confidence. Walk into a high-end restaurant dressed in a tailored suit and the host smiles immediately. Walk in wearing plain jeans and a clean tee. Suddenly there's a very long wait. We've been trained to believe wealth announces itself. But the people who've actually built it stopped announcing anything years ago. Sarah Stanley Falaw, in The Next Millionaire Next Door, tracked the actual habits of high net worth Americans. What she found wasn't penthouses and Porsches. It was spreadsheets, meal planning, driving cars until they fell apart, wearing clothes until they wore out. These people had stopped performing for audiences they didn't care about, and that mental shift freed up extraordinary amounts of money and energy simultaneously. Every time you buy something to impress someone, you're renting their approval. And approval is the most expensive subscription you'll ever sign up for. It auto-renews every season with a new outfit, a new phone, a new version of a life you can't actually afford yet. Quiet confidence is the decision to stop paying that subscription. And the money that stops flowing toward approval? It goes to work for you instead. That's the whole game. 2. Separate your identity from your purchases. If your car disappeared tomorrow, who would you be? This is one of the most financially revealing questions you can ask yourself. Because one of the quietest traps modern consumer culture sets is identity fusion. The psychological state where what you own and who you are become the same thing. Once that happens, spending stops being a choice. It becomes emotional survival. The average person carries over $6,000 in credit card debt. Not from emergencies, but from identity maintenance. From buying objects that are supposed to tell a story about who they are. The brutal irony? The story those purchases actually tell is, I don't have the money for this. Disconnect your sense of self from your shopping cart. Invest in experiences, in skills, in relationships. Those compound, just not in ways you can put in a cart. And here's what's waiting on the other side of that shift. Financial decisions that are clean, clear, and built on what actually serves your life, not what represents it. Redefine what luxury actually means. Most Western personal finance content completely skips this. Across East Asian and Nordic cultures, quiet living isn't a trend. It's a centuries-old value system. In Japan, the philosophy of wabi-sabi finds beauty in simplicity and restraint. The most respected homes aren't lavish. They're intentional. Every object serves a purpose. Every space breathes. In Scandinavian culture, the unwritten social code of janteloven actively discourages public displays of wealth. It's considered genuinely uncultured to flaunt what you have. Notably, Scandinavian nations consistently rank among the highest globally in financial well-being and life satisfaction. That's not a coincidence. Real luxury is waking up on a Tuesday morning with zero financial anxiety. It's the freedom to say no to a job, a person, a situation that no longer serves you. It's choosing how you spend your time, which is the only resource that cannot be replenished at any price. A $5,000 watch doesn't give you time. It trades time for an object. When you genuinely understand that distinction, your entire relationship with spending transforms, quietly and permanently. 4. Buy time before you buy things. This is the one I mentioned at the start. Every purchase is a transaction of time. The car payment costs you days every month. The financed vacation costs you weeks of future freedom. Vicki Robin built an entire philosophy around this in Your Money or Your Life. Her central argument was that money is simply something you trade your life energy for. So the real question before any purchase isn't, can I afford this? It's, is this worth this many hours of my one life? At the average American hourly wage of around $34, a $500 purchase costs you nearly 15 hours. A $3,000 weekend trip costs roughly 90 hours of your life. When the math is expressed in time rather than dollars, the calculation feels completely different. Not to make you afraid to spend, but to make every spend intentional. Wealthy people who stay wealthy share one obsession. They are always buying time, outsourcing tasks they hate, automating what steals hours, saying no to commitments that return nothing. They treat their hours like a balance sheet because they understand, deeply, that time is the actual asset. Everything else is just a way of spending it or multiplying it. People know what you have, you become a target. For requests, for resentment, for pressure to maintain a lifestyle you never actually wanted. Financial privacy isn't secrecy, it's strategy. A University of California study found that social comparison is one of the strongest predictors of poor financial decision-making, and comparison only happens when wealth is visible. Keep yours private and you exit the game entirely. Don't broadcast raises. Don't explain your investment strategy at dinner. Don't post the vacation budget. The people who benefit most from your financial information are rarely the ones who'll help you grow it. Here's what most people forget. You never actually know what someone else's numbers look like behind the curtain. The lifestyle you're comparing yourself to might be entirely debt-financed. The person you're measuring against might be months from a crisis. While you're chasing a mirage, your compound interest is sitting there. Quiet, patient, growing. Let it. 6. Build wealth in the invisible layer. The wealthiest people you'll never know about are obsessed with one kind of investment, the kind nobody can see. Not a car, not a bag. We're talking brokerage accounts, index funds, emergency funds that could absorb a year of unemployment without drama. Warren Buffett, worth over $100 billion, still lives in the house he bought in 1958 for $3,185. His wealth lives in positions you cannot see. That invisibility is not accidental. It is the entire architecture. Invest in things that grow silently. The ROI on visible purchases depreciates the moment you drive off the lot. The ROI on invisible investments compounds while you sleep. 7. Spend on health like a CFO. The average American spends $11,000 per year on healthcare. People who exercise regularly, sleep well, and eat reasonably spend dramatically less because prevention is the cheapest health system ever designed. The American Psychological Association reports that money is the #1 source of stress for people year after year. That stress has measurable effects on cardiovascular health, cognitive function, and lifespan. The irony, spending to look wealthy creates stress. Stress makes you sick, and sickness costs money you didn't have to begin with. It's a loop, and you can step out of it. Morgan Housel writes in The Psychology of Money that the most powerful financial returns come not from genius decisions, but from ordinary decisions made consistently over long periods of time. Your health is the foundation every long-term decision is made from. Sleep is free. Walking is free. Cooking is cheaper than eating out. These aren't compromises. They're compounding investments in the only vehicle that carries your entire future. 8. Let patience be your most powerful flex. This is the final one, and it is the one that separates everyone from everyone else. $10,000 invested at a 10% average annual return becomes roughly $174,000 over 30 years, without adding a single additional dollar. That is not magic. That is time doing its work. But almost nobody lets time work because the cultural pressure to spend now is relentless and loud, and the reward for patience is completely invisible. Until suddenly, it isn't. The people who live richest without showing off are not extraordinary. They didn't inherit genius or luck in unusual quantities. They simply chose at some point to stop competing in the short game and start building in the long one. They chose boring over brilliant, consistency over flash, real over performed. And over years and decades, that choice compounded into a kind of freedom that no purchase, status symbol, or social validation could ever come close to buying. So here's where you stand right now, if you've been paying attention. Real wealth is quiet. It is invisible. It is built in index funds, consistent habits, long-term relationships, and restful sleep. It lives in saying no to the right things and yes to the ones that compound. You don't need to look rich. You need to think rich, which means thinking long, thinking clearly, and refusing to let anyone else's approval become your financial compass. Share this with one person who needs to hear it. And if you want more on building real, quiet, lasting wealth, you know where to find us. Stay wealthy. Stay invisible.